Hello, Foxglove friends. Welcome to today's reading. I am Rosalind, and I am your one-stop shop for life coaching, spiritual guidance, mentoring, therapeutic practices, holistic health, and NLP practitioner master certification. I do all of those things and mix them all up so that I can support you and help you through anything you need in life. You can check this all out on my website, which is in the description, and there's even an option on the Let's Talk page of I don't know what I want, just in case you want me to help you through something, help you to achieve something, or help you to be something that you want to be, and you don't know what the option is on my website. So please do feel free to have a look at that. And today's reading, we are looking at urgent messages from your spirit guides. So here we have got pile 1, which is collaborate. We've got pile 2, which is it's okay not to be okay. And then we've got pile 3, which is learn to say no. So I'll delve into what these say as you choose your pile, and we'll have a look at what your spirit guides want to say to you today. Please do be aware that there's also an early bird special offer to work with me to change your life in a wonderful and fantastic way. Whether you've got anxiety or whether you've got past traumas, or whether you just want to raise your vibrational frequency or to have a better life in some way or other, check out my Return to Wholeness package. Special pricing is on offer if you book before the 1st of January 2025. That is on my website as well. All the details are in the description. Enjoy your reading, Foxglove friends. Welcome to today's reading. So we are looking at urgent messages from your spirit guides, and you have chosen the collaborate card, number 7. Now, 7s tend to be about putting roots into things, about committing to something and building something, maybe the beginnings of something, or you've started to just take steps towards, something, whether it's a new relationship or whether it's a new project. Let's have a look what it says. So, sometimes we are called to develop our self-sufficiency, and this can be a valuable road to travel in the discovery of our unique and individual gifts. But this is not the same as trying to do everything yourself all of the time. This is not a time to go it alone, pile 1. It is time to unite and work with others. So, there's something going on in which you need to work with somebody else, obviously, as it says. Let's have a look what that's about. So, Spirit, can we have more information for pile 1, please, about what this relates to? We have got the Metal Rat. Now, this is a really interesting card because be aware of projection. So what this says is that other people can push their fears onto you, pile 1. So just be aware of what people are saying. Sometimes they can do it with the best of intentions. Either they're too in their logical mind about what you're doing, so they logically go, oh, you shouldn't have done this or you should do that. It's happened to me quite recently, actually. and I accidentally got sucked in, felt terrible because it pushed me into my fears and into a victim mentality and a sense of lack. And it happens to all of us, because it can catch us unawares depending on who it's coming from, especially if it's somebody really close who we trust and they're wanting the best for us. But actually it's important to brush that off, to know that sometimes your vision and your belief can't tangibly be kind of grasped by other people if they're not on the same frequency as you. So if they're having their own problems, sometimes that will impact on their thoughts about things. So this card is very much about making sure that you clear and cleanse yourself of any projections that have been put on you, whether that's now or whether it's limiting beliefs that you have been fed, if you like, in the past, maybe out of a need to protect you, or the feeling that they want to protect you, or just their other people's own fears, whether it's our parents, our peers, society, even. Just be aware of what's coming at you all the time that might be pushing you into a lower vibrational being, into fears, into concerns and worries and all of those sorts of things, and clear and cleanse that off you, pile one, because it is not the truth, it is only a perception. So you clear and cleanse that off you in lots of different ways. You can do it by having a salt bath, with Epsom salts and nice aromatherapy oils to lift your mood. You can do it by recognizing, by observing rather than absorbing. You can also do meditations to clear and cleanse your energy. If you want to work with me on any of this, just give me a message. You can write it in the comments or you can email me. All the details are in my description. Right, what else is going on for pile one? Herb crafting. Allow your roots to dive into the depths. Your spirit calls for grounding. Okay, make sure you're grounded as you go through whatever is going on at the minute. If you have got big shifts and changes. So what I feel like is something might be going on in your life where you kind of putting yourself out there. You might be putting yourself on the line. You might be birthing something new into fruition. You might be coming into a new relationship. But something's going on energetically that could be raising fears, could be making you feel not good enough about yourself. You might be going through a transformative process, a metamorphosis. And during that time, as you clear away old beliefs about yourself, or you try to bring a dream into fruition, we have to be ever so careful who we let impact on our energy, because it can unground us if we become fearful. But also, it can put us. We want to be in the correct manifesting energy, is what I want to say, pile one. So keep yourself grounded by taking walks in nature, sleep properly, eat properly. If you've got anxiety, again, like I say, you can work with me. It's a bit difficult to describe absolutely everything that you should do or could do to clear that, but you don't need to live in any scenarios where you feel anxious or concerned, because there's definitely there's totally solutions that I use on my clients to help clear that. So make sure you're grounded. There's a lot about protecting your energy and managing your energy. I want to see, as we get towards the end, we'll understand more about this collaboration element. How interesting. So it's very much about how you're engaging with people. Because now we've got independence, and that's kind of the opposite. We've got collaborate and independence. So the independence card says independence is a wonderful attribute, but if taken to an extreme, it can border on isolation. Sometimes, if we feel we have been hurt or let down or trapped in a codependent relationship, we lose faith in others and learn only to rely on ourselves. This card calls you to question this inner belief and to develop healthy, interdependent relationships with an equality of both giving and receiving. You're getting a double whammy of this. Pile 1. A double whammy of no man is an island, which is, obviously they've used the word man, but it's an old saying. So no person is an island, Pile 1. We all have to relate and connect and engage with other people in certain ways. And now is not the time to try and do everything on your own. It's time to open up and speak to those that you trust, recognize, observe, don't absorb. That will give you emotional resilience. I'm going to get more cards for you to help you understand. So it's saying maybe if you're thinking of leaving something, now is not the time to do so, but to try and work with the other person, to understand the other person or a group of people, so that you can recognize what their fears and pains are, and so that you can actually work together or be together in a more positive way. Yeah, you're bringing two things together, so that sometimes this can be the Two of Pentacles, where it's like juggling all sorts of things, maybe juggling finances, but there are solutions to your situation, Pile 1. Like compromises. Yeah, you're tired, you're worn out, you've been trying to put a smiley face on things, that you don't actually want to do. You might be like going out there trying to do all the shopping, trying to sort everything out. This is what this person's doing in this card. And look, and things just keep going wrong because all his candles have fallen out of his bag because he's like overloaded and doing too much, when actually all this person wants to do is go home, sit in a comfy corner, drinking a nice cup of hot chocolate, watching a lovely film. And this is saying that is what you need to do. Maybe what's happening is you are putting too much pressure on yourself, or there's a lot going on here, Pal 1. So I just want to try and gather. I feel like there may be some elements of overwhelm, some elements of needing to bring certain things together to find positive solutions, ground yourself, and stop taking whatever's being projected onto you. Recognize that whatever is being projected towards you isn't about you. It's another person's own fears. That is one of the key messages here, so that you don't have to keep doing things on your own in life. So if you need help, ask for help. If you're having confrontational issues within a relationship, now is not the time to leave. It is a time to work together. Recognize that other people go through their problems, and that may be triggering concerns or worries within you. Be grounded about it and see it from a higher perspective. Empower yourself to kind of, I want to say, be the adult. So step out of the victim situation and go, right, what is this situation doing for me rather than to me? What is going on for this other person? How are they afraid? How are they worried? They are not my worries or fears. I don't need to buy into that. It doesn't mean I have to isolate myself from these other people. Stop putting yourself under so much pressure, so that you aren't again feeling the need to isolate yourself, is what I want to say. Pile 1. So, what else have we got for pile 1, please, Spirit? Engage the heart to heal. Okay, that's really beautiful. So sometimes when we become afraid, or we think we should distance ourselves from other people, is because our logical mind, our amygdala gland, has stepped in to go, oh my goodness, something scary might be going on here, whether it is or not, but you might feel under threat. You might feel that people aren't going to treat you right, or that if you allow people to be part of what you're doing, they're going to tell you to do the wrong thing, or they're going to take over, or they're going to copy, or they're going to hurt you in some way. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, pile one. If you breathe into your heart space, focus your attention on your heart space, and breathe gently into your heart space, and see your heart glowing with either the green or pink energy of love, and allow yourself to be fully encompassed within that beautiful energy. You will be able to see through love what other people around you are going through, what you are going through, and you will be able to apply compassion to this situation. You'll be able to apply compassion to yourself and the other people involved, so that you're not so much in the fight, flight, or freeze or fawn, kind of scenario. Let's put that there. Oh, there's so much I want to do to help you, pile one. But it's difficult within a short little reading. But I hope this does help you. I hope it helps you to understand. I'm surprised, well, it still might, but the naughty list card sometimes comes up to show us that not everybody is either good or bad. When somebody does something that hurts us, we can often go, oh, that person is bad, or that situation is bad, or maybe we're actually putting. So another scenario of this is possibly that we're just putting too much pressure on ourselves, rather than taking time out and giving ourselves what we need. And because we're putting so much pressure on ourselves to achieve what we're trying to achieve, we're distancing ourselves from others, whereas this is not the time to do that now. It's important to be open to support and help and love and compassion and kindness. Cloud scrying, be still, for it's the act of patience that guidance is met with clarity. Look how beautiful that is. So this person is here, lying in the grass, staring at the clouds and seeing pictures. Now then, if you're in the northern hemisphere and it's cold and even snowy or a bit wet, it's going to be tricky at the minute. But the point is allowing yourself the time and space to daydream, allowing yourself the time and space to be still, to rest, to relax, to dream a little dream. Not doing this. Not like, and I know it's a funny time of the year to be saying this because it is a busy time of the year, but within the busyness of Christmas time, just give yourself that time to relax, whether it's a bubble bath, like I was saying about cleansing your energy, whether it's about journaling, whether it is about just allowing yourself to sit at a window and watch the world go by, or just look outside, or to just be in nature. Give yourself that peace so that your nervous system can calm down and relax. This is really beautiful. Let's get you some more specific guidance cards, and then we'll do an outcome card. Spirit, what other advice have we got? So this really is a lovely message from Spirit. Be your brilliant self. So be great today, be brilliant. This card asks you to get in touch with the extraordinariness of everyday living. Go about your daily life doing everything to the very best of your ability. Be extraordinary in an ordinary way. Your brilliance will radiate into the world, creating more change than you could possibly imagine. Pile 1. How absolutely gorgeous and glorious. So tune back into your soul self. Remember who you are. And one thing you can say, which somebody, and I'm afraid I don't know the name of the person, but I heard somebody say once, they say, I know who I am. And just take a deep breath and repeat that slowly to yourself with breaks in between. I know who I am. And it helps to calm you and center you and ground you somehow. It's really awesome. And to remember the truth of who you are, even if you don't quite know who you are. It's about recognizing your own values and sticking to them. Know that you are a good person, that you are a loving person, that you're an intelligent person, a funny person, a compassionate person, that you are love and you are light, pile one, and allow yourself to shine brightly. And to allow other people to come around you to experience you shining brightly, because that will radiate onto others, and you will positively impact on others. But you need to manage your own energy first, making sure that you do get the right rest, that you don't put too much pressure on yourself, so that you can shine your brilliant light to others. What else have we got for R1, please? Breaking through the barrier. So sometimes this is breaking through what we call the cognitive barrier. So by stepping out of, I want to say, the muggle element of life, where we get caught up. I'm going to come back to these cards. Where we get caught up in the, I need to do this, I should do this, I've got to do this, all that kind of stuff that goes on in your head. The anxiety of, will I achieve this? Will our relationship be all right? Whatever it is, by allowing yourself to have that clarity, that calmness, by tuning into your heart space and remembering who you are, to the basic elements of, I am a human having an earthly experience. So I am a spiritual being having an earthly experience, which means that I do get afraid of things, I do get worried about things. That is part of being human, while also I am a beautiful, shining, unique soul on this planet. Breaking through the barrier, you are stepping into a new way of being, my foxglove friend. Now, I do want to read a little bit of this, is what I'm being guided to do. There's obviously something very specific. So, this is about getting through a blockage, whether that's a blockage of fear. This isn't what it's saying specifically. I'm just interpreting this as I'm looking in the book as well. Let me read what it says, because that's what I'm being told to do. You can either let it stop you, this blockage, in your tracks, or work around it. The heavenly frequency asks you to consider taking a few steps back so you can see from a bigger perspective. The solution may be right in front of you, but your own filters and expectations make it hard to see the elephant in the room. The tiger is a courageous and instinctive wood sign, and as a travel star loves being on the move. As a change agent, the tiger helps us break through our own self-imposed limitations. The upward energy of the tiger's wood element encourages you to analyze a situation from a higher level for a clearer understanding. This card appears when you're on the verge of something wonderful, even though you may feel as if you're up against an immovable brick wall. Imagine breaking through the barrier, because soon enough you will. Part of the blockage is the limitations you've set for yourself. Perhaps you've told yourself that certain outcomes are just not possible. What if they are? Start by changing your attitude from a can't do to a can do, and your approach to your current situation will also change. You hold more resources within you than you realise. Gather your courage and use your strength to empower your every move. This is a very creative sign. Oh, this is so fantastic. Right, I'm going to get you a final little affirmation card and maybe one other card because we're running out of time. But this is what a beautiful message from Spirit for you, Foxglove friend. My life is taking place right now. Inside me, I feel calm and nobody can disturb this peacefulness. Yeah, so it's all about what's going on the inside. Do check out my special offer, early bird offer, which Return to Wholeness, which will help you with this as well. Pal 1, it's all in the description and on my website. And then your final card for this reading is Mermaid. Let the allure of the mythical siren seduce your curiosity. Magic awaits. So not only are you going through a transformational process, because the mermaid tends to, the original story of like the Little Mermaid is about going from being a mer person to a human and going through all sorts of transformations, but also allow yourself to believe in the mystical, the magical, and allow yourself to be seduced by the excitement of all that can be, because it is waiting there for you. Thank you for watching today, Foxglove friend. If you liked this, please do like and subscribe so you can watch more in the future, and it helps to grow my channel so I can help more people like you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye. Part 2. Welcome to today's reading. So you have chosen the It's Okay Not to Be Okay card. And it says, when we feel low or have challenging emotions, we often then feel bad about feeling bad. This effectively doubles the emotional load. This card asks you to understand that your difficult feelings are as guidance, highlighting that something needs to change and that you are entitled to seek support in this. So, today's reading is obviously about urgent messages from your spirit guides, and we'll have a look into the detail of what's going on with this It's Okay Not to Be Okay card. But quite often, like it says, we tend to dodge emotions that we don't want to feel, because we can feel guilty as well about feeling bad, especially if you're watching this now and we're around the festive season where it's kind of like merriment and joy and, shining lights and everybody being excited. That's the kind of energy that we're supposed to be in. But actually, this time of year can be really difficult for so many reasons, whether it's financial, whether it's because of those we've lost. Sometimes it can make us feel really lonely. It can apply a lot of pressure in certain ways. And one thing you can do is you can acknowledge the emotion that you're having. So you can objectively look at it and go, I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you to your emotion, whether it's anger or sadness or grief or, just recognize it almost as another being, like another character in your world that needs to be loved and cared for, and recognize it and recognize why it is there, because it thinks it's keeping you safe. It thinks it's there to help you, because emotions are part of who we are as humans, to help us understand when we need to make a shift or a change, or when something needs healing within us. So let's put this over here and let's have a little bit more information about what urgent messages from your spirit guides. So we have got, wow, this is amazing. So we've got the rising from the ashes. Look at how much colour is here. Now, you know, sometimes when we're going through a hugely transformational time, when we're shifting out of what no longer serves us into being at a higher vibrational frequency, a lot of the gunk comes to the surface, is what I'm going to say, pile one. A lot of the things that are keeping us at a lower vibrational level because we've not healed them or we've not dealt with them will come and smack us right in the face. And so, no matter how much you've been practicing to be more spiritual, you know, if that's the kind of thing, or you've been aiming to have a better life, or that sort of stuff, Spirit will support you in getting to a better life by bringing up everything that's not great. And your psyche will do the same, especially if it thinks that you've got time and space to deal with it. It will bring up, so you'll magnetize situations to you to push on those bits of you that hurt, so that you can acknowledge them and clear them and learn the positive lessons from them. So this is all part of going through something to come out into an even better and more wonderful and more colourful version of you, pal 2. I am going to say quickly, in case you missed it, I have got an early bird offer for a life-changing 10-week program with me one-to-one. It's not recorded, it's with me directly. The details are in the description, but we clear so much old stuff. We clear away emotions that no longer serve you. If you've got traumas or difficult times from the past, we'll clear the emotional attachments from that. We change patterns that you're going through so you don't keep going through them at a subconscious and unconscious level. There's past life regressions, inner child work, getting in tune with your soul self. Check it out. Check out the details on my Return to Wholeness page on my website, which is in the description, and you can book in with me for that at the early bird price by going to the Let's Talk page on my website. Right, but you are going through a beautiful time which may feel difficult because, you know, that metamorphosis of a caterpillar in its cocoon turning into a beautiful butterfly. Nobody said that was going to be easy, pal 2. So, money magic. It is in limiting beliefs that magic goes to die. So it may be very specifically, like it says about money. This may be a time where, you know, we pushed very heavily from a commercial perspective to spend money that we haven't got, or to give energy, because money can also be reflective of energy that we haven't got, to keep investing energy into things when we are ourselves feeling depleted, whether that's financially or literally energetically. And there's something around this that it's because of a limiting belief from the past, where you feel like you've got to keep giving, or you feel like there's self-value issues where you're not recognizing your value, or perhaps you've got base chakra issues in which you struggle to manage money in certain ways in your life. You might not like money. If you've had scenarios in the past where people have used money against you in certain ways, which I've seen in families and different scenarios, or if you've had a bad experience about with being around people who've got lots of money, then you might not like money. So just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Let me get you some. I'm going to get one of these. So there's definitely something where you're going through quite a deep-seated transformational process. To have and to hold. Okay, so healthy relationships are formed through love rather than need. It is such a human thing to hold on to others through fear and insecurity. But this dynamic can stifle a relationship's potential to flourish and actually push someone away. Give your relationship the freedom it needs to form a healthy foundation of trust. So there's a lot. You've got a lot of stuff going on here, pal. Too, at a very deep-seated emotional level, and this again ties into self-value elements. So you might feel like you've got to give more than you've got to hold on to love in your life. If you haven't received love, or you've ever had it taken away, or love has been attached to what you provide in the past, then there may be great fears that if you don't give more than you've got, that actually you will lose the love that you are currently receiving, or in certain ways. However, this is showing that if you let go of control and you let go of that need to try and force a relationship to be okay by buying things or giving more than you've got, or I don't know, different, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Sometimes there's a song coming to me, but it's distant. It's either George Michael or Sting, about if you love somebody, let them free, set them free. That's Sting, that is. If you love somebody, set them free. Oh, I don't know, I'm not getting this right. But anyway, you get the gist. Sorry about that. Having a little moment there, Foxglove friend. And look at the lights. So it's about allowing somebody to see you as you are, to see through that 3D element of what you're providing, and seeing the heart space of who you are. And it takes a lot of bravery to do that, but this might be part of what you're going through right now. And you may have to speak to people and say, look, I just haven't got the energy or the financial situation going on at the minute that is going to allow me to give everything I want to give. Whereas in actuality, giving part of who you are and existing in somebody's world can be the biggest gift. Getting together and having a hot chocolate and just celebrating friendship or love, can mean so much. Making something. I've got a lot of friends who've made me gifts, and they mean so much because they've put their energy and love into that Ace of Candles. Clarity will come. Clarity about what you're going through will come. It only takes one candle to be the light in your heart, the light of joy, to enable all the other candles to burn. So you just need that one spark, that one bit of positivity to be able to light all the other candles, to light the hearts of others. Oh, and strength, look at that. And strength comes through kindness and compassion, not only to others, but to yourself. To be able to recognise maybe when somebody's behaving in a way that is not normally their normal way, to be able to see beyond what they're projecting, or to see beyond their pain, and to see the heart of someone takes a lot of strength. Pile 2. Let me see what else is coming up for you. Powerful beginnings and progress. So we have got a lot here about the changes going on within you, that you are on the right track, and that what you're going through is a positive thing, because it's going to lead you. It's the beginning of something bigger and better, maybe through the understanding, maybe through being able to be honest about who you truly are, maybe about the clarity that you're going to find, and recognizing that people love you for who you are, not for actually what you're giving. Yeah, spending time with people in happy ways. You know, like I've just said, they've got wine, Foxglove friend, but it could be wine, it could be hot chocolate, but having positive connections and enjoying that, that is the absolute gift in life. I watched, what's it called? It's a Wonderful Life for the first time last night, and at the very end it said the true measure of a person's life, I might not have this quote correct exactly, but the true measure of a person's success in life is the friendships that they have, the positive connections that they have. Invest in that with your heart and your words and your time, and that is the biggest blessing that you can have. Pile 2. I feel like your spirit guides are trying to show you that to be more compassionate to yourself, to be kinder to yourself, to allow yourself to recognize that the relationships with others are important, and also to ground yourself so that you're not, you know, your fears aren't getting the best of you. But also this herb crafting again is about making things, you know, it's about creating things. So it says, allow your roots to dive into the depths. Your spirit calls for grounding. So yeah, do allow yourself to ground yourself. Imagine the roots going from the bottom of your feet into deep, deep, deep down through the mineral kingdom, the crystal kingdom, all through the earth, to allow yourself to be nourished and supported by Gaia, by the earth, as we have the trees, the air, the rain, the water, the earth. It all nourishes and supports us as we live in this life. Foxglove friend. But this also is about making things, and see all the little candles they've got around them. So whatever you are good at, you know, like my brother recently has made the most awesome tree decorations, like with little Marvel characters. Really brilliant that he's put on his Christmas tree. What a great gift. Such cool stuff. Let me get you some more advice specific cards, and then we'll get you some final cards just to bring this together. But this is very much about having the strength and the clarity of vision to show your heart, to recognize that you are unique and of value to others just for existing. You are safe now. It is safe to relax. You've been through a major ordeal and you've been amazing. You've handled it all, but as a consequence, you've learned to live on high alert. This needs to change. Your mind needs peace and your body needs to relax and repair. This card brings a message. You are safe now. It's okay to relax. That's beautiful. So I'm going to get you an affirmation card, and then we'll get you a final card. Oh, I just feel like this is a super duper massive big hug, a big loving hug from your spirit guides, just like in this card here, where they're all surrounding you and hugging you and loving you to make your heart shine brighter, to accept who you are, and maybe do something for someone. Do something that they need. I've got a friend who she's a new friend, and we don't usually buy each other gifts or anything like that, but she said she'd got to blow her tyres up, and I have several tyre blowing up contraptions that fit into the like your cigarette lighter or whatever it is. So I said, here, I will gift this to you for Christmas, because she was like, do you want some money for it? I was like, no, I'll give it to you with love because you need it for Christmas. And I put it in a little Christmas bag with a Christmas card, and that's she really needed that, and so it was really helpful. So the affirmation for you is, but that was just an example, sorry, of sometimes there are things that people need, or things that you can do, or things that you can give that you've already got, that you can give to people that will have a positive impact and be meaningful to them. I am always striving to find good in my life. Yeah, so just make sure that your perspective is focusing on what is good. So last night I went for a gratitude walk with my little dog, and I took in all the lights, and I went for a walk with Luna, and I ran into some neighbours, which was lovely, and I chose to spend some time appreciating the area in which I live and seeing all the beautiful Christmas things and the effort people have gone to. So just take time to have a more positive perspective and count your blessings. You may, before I go to bed at night as well. Sorry, there's a lot of I here. Don't mean to, but it's just to share examples to help you be in a more positive space. Before I go to bed at night, I'll always thank my guides, the angels, people in the spirit realm, all the people I believe in, and I thank them for certain different things that I can think of, so that I'm giving gratitude every day. I'm going to get you one final card just to finish up this reading. Foxglove friend. It's like they're listening to me, or I'm listening to them. Isn't that amazing? Just what you're here for. So, gratitude leads to abundance. So if you are grateful and you even if you haven't got much, or you're worried about what you've not got, be thankful and grateful for what you have got. Be thankful and grateful for the loving connections you've got. This being surrounded by loving connections twice here. Look at those cards with people who are gathered with friends and loved ones. And you can join groups, you can take part in things, you could do charity things, and just the more grateful you are for what you've got, whether it be people, things, the air in your lungs, the clothes on your back, the more comes to you in a positive way. And I'm going to leave that with you, my Foxglove friend, and I thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a lovely festive season. Remember, it's about having an open spirit, an open heart, and loving fellow man, basically, is what it's about at Christmas. If you like this, please do like and subscribe so that you can watch me again in the future. And if you want to work with me, check it out on my website, because it's all there, and you can go to the Let's Talk page and get in contact. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Foxglove friends. Welcome to Pal 3. You have picked the card Learn to Say No. Oh, look at that. So it says, Saying no is an act of love. Now, I'm going to read the rest of it in a minute, but that is such a fantastic statement because it's so true. Not only is it an act of love for yourself, it can also be an act of love for others. Because if we are giving um, because we feel like we've got to, then sometimes we bring the energy of resentment, frustration, or anger, or just, we're not giving in the right energy. But also, sometimes if we say no to others, it helps them to learn their lessons. So we can take away that ability for their soul progression if we keep doing stuff for other people when they should be learning to do it for themselves. Almost, killing with kindness sort of thing. So it says, so saying no is an act of love. When we say a healthy no to an abusive situation, whether this is in response to another person or to ourselves, we are setting limits and I can't speak and establishing healthy boundaries. A healthy no is saying yes to life. Give yourself permission to say no. And this is so amazing, really, because I used to struggle to say no because I didn't want to be horrible to people. I felt like saying no was, horrible. But also sometimes we don't want to say no if we feel that we won't be loved anymore. And it can go to quite um, deep levels of validation of experiences in the past where people have reacted badly if we've said no. Some people react unreasonably so if we dare to say no. But that's not your fault, that's theirs, and that's their issue. So let's have a little look at what else we've got coming in as your urgent messages, or your urgent message from your spirit guide. It's quite clear, that is, isn't it? So it might. Well, I'm curious to see what you should be saying no about, or perhaps it is a general life thing where you need to practice the art of saying no, because you can do it in jolly nice ways without it seeming horrible. Aligned with your purpose. So part of this might be, I love the fact that that little rat is almost on the yellow brick road. And the yellow brick road is about following your intuition, pile 3. And you can't follow your intuition if you're too afraid to say no to other people. Because if you keep saying yes to everything, then it takes away your time. So this is about new beginnings because it's number 1. And it's about being able to navigate your way through life on a path that is right for you, and to stay on the correct path. Sometimes we need to be able to clarify what is right for us and what is not right for us. That's very interesting. So this is to do with your life purpose. Bet you didn't think it was going to be that big, pile 3, when you picked the learning to say no card. But it is all to do with having clear boundaries. And the more you can practice, you can practice gently saying, okay, so we've also got here, you need some time to rest and rejuvenate. And that doesn't necessarily mean sleep. Sometimes it can mean that you need to do what is right for you that makes you feel rejuvenated. So I enjoy a lovely bubble bath with Epsom salts in to help clear and cleanse my energy. For you, it might be a walk in nature. It might be allowing yourself to just spend some time in the sunshine, in the daylight, in nature, soaking up the vitamin D, allowing yourself to get a bit sun drunk, as I call it, when you've if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's rather warm there at the minute, so you might want to just enjoy the sunlight. So whatever makes you feel rejuvenated and better, and like you've had a rest and you can feel revitalized. That is part of why the learning to say no is coming in, because your soul needs rejuvenation, pile 3. It needs rejuvenation, and that means allowing yourself to make choices, to recharge your batteries, to be in a healthy and positive energetic frequency so that you're in alignment with your soul. And it also, the more you put positive, healthy boundaries in place, the more your soul purpose can come in, because you are honouring what you need. And that doesn't mean you're being selfish, it means you're being realistic. Pile 3. Ace of Canes. This is to do... No, I think the Canes is the Wands. I'm going to check. Can't remember now. I really need to double check on these cards because I'm using them all the time. I'm pretty sure it's the Ace of Wands. It is. No, it's not. It's the Ace of Swords. Oh. So this is the Ace of Swords then. So that means you're going to get clarity by taking time out, or perhaps something's pushing you to the point where, or perhaps something has pushed you to the point where you've gone, right, I really need to stop doing this because it's just not good for me. So you might have made changes, or you might be being led to make a change that honours you. This is what this is about, pal 3. Honouring your needs, honouring what you need in life so that you can live your best life, because you've been sent here as a soul to have an earthly experience, not for everybody else, but for you. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to support other people and help other people, and maybe your life's purpose is to do with helping others. But as I say in a lot of my other readings, when you're on a plane, you've got to fit your own oxygen mask first, because if you don't look after you, you can't help anybody else. Right. Oh, look, the star. So, in a normal tarot pack, the star is very much about having hope, about being truthful and honest with yourself, about allowing yourself to be genuinely seen for all of who you are. But this star as well, in particular at Christmas time, which these cards are because it's that festive season, it's that bright light of hope at the top of the tree. Everybody followed that bright light of hope. I'm going to read the card for this because it'll be very specific for this season, and I feel like it might have something rather helpful in it. Got to find it first. Here we go. Inspiration, hope and serenity. So in the previous card, which is the tarot, it shows the destruction of the Yule tree, which is like this kind of tree. But it says, as a symbol of the tree of life, it cannot be truly destroyed. So from its ashes grows a sapling, a new tree that carries with it a sense of hope and heralds a new period of deep healing. This is a time of rest and peace after the challenging forces that the lightning tree have ceased. So we're getting a strong vibe of taking some time out here, pile 3. The energy of the lightning strike and its ability to transform is seen here through the radiancy of the star that decorates the top of the tree. Its light radiates down the tree and is taken up by a number of candles. In turn, these carry the guiding light of the star down to the base of the tree, where we find symbols of the season. It is time to rest and reflect on previous situations, particularly if they were traumatic. The star is an inward journey to find healing and wisdom that can come from having been in sufferance of catabolic forces. Be open to finding spaces and places in which you can be nurtured and healed. This is a card that asks you to stop and take care of yourself, rest and rediscovery. Rest and rediscover your inspiration. Strong message here from your spirit guides, in case you hadn't noticed, pal 3. They're being very clear about the fact that you really need to take that. Well, if you're watching this as it's released, the festive season's coming up. You might be breaking up from work. You might be hopefully taking some time out. That period between Christmas Day and New Year's Eve or New Year's Day is a lovely restful period for a lot of us. So hopefully during there you can actually take some time out as well, because in the northern hemisphere it's quite dark. It's in certain cultures, it's where you take time to sit and read books and just have that beautiful time. And I only recently discovered that. And it is usually what I do between that time, Christmas Day and New Year's Day. I love to read a good book. I read all the Twilight Saga. Some of you may think that's good, some of you may think it's not. And also the Hunger Games. They're just so fantastic. Anyway, which direction? You have reached a turning point in your life. Do not be afraid of taking the wrong path. When you recognise the learning to be found at every step and in every moment of your journey, you will realise that there is no, I love the fact we've got a big giant no there again. Like, no, it's such a big word in this reading. There is no wrong way, only the infinite gain of your personal growth and evolution. So it's suggesting you've been through a lot of stuff, pal 3, and you may need to have time to reflect. This, as we come towards the end of the year, it's a great time to reflect on what has happened during this year, so that you can start to brush yourself off, you can process what's happened, and you can look forward to starting a new chapter in the new year. But by taking time out to allow your brain to drift, allow your heart to just, go as it wishes and it wants to, clarities will come to you, revelations may come to you, and you'll start to understand which direction you actually want to go in. Let's have a look what else is happening. What else? What other message have we got as part of this, please? A beacon of light. Oh, look at that. See those? It's almost the same. So, and this is part of your soul purpose. So, what you're going through is quite auspicious at the minute, whether you realise it or not, pal 3. Learning to say no is all to do with your life's purpose, because to keep you regenerated and rejuvenated, so that you can be a beacon of light to others, so that you can keep shining your light, so that your energy can be positive. When we get depleted, we can start to get negative or niggly, or we might say things and do things that aren't in alignment with the integrity of who we are, because we're run down and we haven't got the energy to be that shining light. So it's saying that, that is part of what is going on here for you, pal 3. Let me get some other cards. You are a beacon of light in this world, but there's no point letting your light go out through exhaustion or overwhelm. We've got a lot about being a shining light. Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, I couldn't say it any more times. This is about having a rest. But what it's actually saying is, praise the temple that carries your spirit, support is needed. So if you're trying to follow your higher purpose, if you're trying to live your soul purpose, then part of what you need to do, this card very specifically says, is look after your body. Because how can you enjoy the money that you've got? How can you enjoy abundance? How can you enjoy loving connections? How can you enjoy all the great things that you've got in life that you're bringing into life if your body isn't in the right state? And part of that is, and I love like the little moth we've got there, part of that is um, allowing yourself, honoring your physical being with knowing when you've experienced a lot in life. You know, if you've been through tough times, or you've worked really hard, or you've pushed yourself really hard in some way or another, this is the time for resting and relaxing, so that you can enjoy what's coming into life. And sometimes now is a time, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere and you're in the winter time, we're meant to rest now so that we can be ready for spring. Okay, so you're criticising yourself. So you maybe feel guilty for sitting still. You maybe feel guilty for not doing. I get that 100%. We live in a society where you've got to be productive every day. You're not allowed to just be. We start off life at school going, you've got to achieve this, you've got to meet these grades, you've got to do this homework, you've got to do. Even in playing, it's there's certain things to do with play where you've got to have playtime so that you can develop your psychological development and all that sort of stuff. Just chill out and watch the telly if you want. If that makes you feel better, just do that without worrying about the passing of time. Because sometimes it's in those times where we allow ourselves to just be that's what we're here for. We're here to exist, to enjoy the gift of existence, not focusing on the future of what we should have done, not necessarily looking at the past of what we need to clear. And I'm the worst for it as well, I have to say, Foxglove friends, because I love clearing stuff out from the past, as you'll see from my special offer, life changing. It starts in January though, so you can have a rest before then. It's the Return to Wholeness 10-week progress program where you work with me one to one and we clear away old emotional issues. We resolve any repeat patterns. We do past life regression, inner child work, communicating and getting in touch with your higher self, your soul guides, all that sort of stuff. Check it out in the description of the Return to Wholeness package on my website, and you can book with me on the Let's Talk page on my website as well. That's all in the description, just putting that out there for you in case you need that. So this card asks you to transform your inner critic to your inner critique. The realistic appraisal and constructive feedback of a critique will enhance your ability to step into the very best version of yourself, whereas ongoing and persistent criticism will wear you down, eroding your confidence and your belief in your abilities. So that may sound something like lovely, unique you. You have done a fantastic job this year. You have been through such a lot. It is important right now for you to rest and rejuvenate and do things that are lovely and make you feel super duper fantastic. That's what I think your inner critique might sound like. Just let me do one of these for you, and we're nearly there then. So, happiness comes easily to me. Being happy is my natural state of being. And yes, it is. That is, we are here to be happy, not to hold on to the past or worry about the future, but to be in the present moment, to enjoy, appreciate, and live in awe of the beautiful planet around us and all the wonderful things that we receive on a daily basis, whether it's the air or the water or the beautiful connections that we have. So allow yourself to be happy right now. I'm going to get you one more card just to finish this off, pile 3. Wait and listen. I'm going to tell you what it says in here because I feel like almost every single card of the entire reading has been about you having a rest. And I don't think we can put it in any more ways, but I'm sure the reading in here can. Wait and listen. So, the card highlights the quality of yin water, the heavenly frequency, and yin earth, the element of the sheep. Yin water is gentle water. Imagine morning dew and soft, drizzly rain associated with wisdom, intuition, and deep knowledge. Yin water leads us to mysterious and metaphysical aspects of life. Water is the element that represents communication, our thoughts, and intelligence. An imbalance of water can contribute to excessive worries, fears, and anxiety. The sheep is the sign that transitions us from the joys of summer to the quiet wonders of autumn. As an earth sign, the sheep helps us to build a solid foundation so that we can harvest the seeds planted in spring. Kindness is key to your situation, for hidden inside the sheep is yin fire, associated with the heart. As one of the 10 highly spiritual pillars, the water sheep reminds us to tune into the spirit within for guidance. With water over earth, you're currently experiencing a lack of clarity and feeling somehow out of your comfort zone. The universe is telling you to trust in your intuition and that it's better to wait until you have a better understanding of your situation before making a move. Seek wisdom by going deeper into the heart of the matter. Tune into Mother Earth whenever you need grounding. With yin practices such as qigong, meditation, and gentle yoga to help you return to your center. Slow and steady, the pace of yin earth is the mantra for your current situation. So, pile 3, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please do click like and subscribe so that you can come back and see me again. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Goodbye.